Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg with Cloudcast Media. It is always a good day when we have our friends from right above Disability Therapeutic Writing Center back in the house for another interview, joined by Allie Sarnataro. How you doing, Allie?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. The co-founder and executive director, and you brought Lisa Jacobsen with you, a volunteer, instructor in training, and board secretary. Lisa, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Lisa, how long have you been with the organization?
I've been there 6 years.
About 6 years? Okay, very good. And we got a special guest with us over here is Michael Dendel. Did I pronounce your name correctly, Michael?
Hi, my name is Michael. Welcome to the interview of Mission Fed.
Very good. So we're in the Mission Fed studios. Do you like them?
Yeah.
What do you like about the studios, Michael?
Well, I like horses from RAD.
Okay, yes, horses from RAD. Are there any horses in the studio today?
Cowboy and Jesse, McKenna, Sven, a Norwegian horse, and Saint, and Alice, and Polky, and what else? Hannah, and Teddy, and Angel, and
Well, you know them all, don't you?
Dixie.
Okay, well, listen, that's a lot of horses, and I'm joined by my colleague, and she's a co-host. She's a curiosity shipper. We don't call them internships here, and that's Isha Walia. She is a incoming junior, if I'm not mistaken, at Northeastern, right?
Yes.
That's right, very good. And she'll be my guest co-host. She's already done one of these. She's got like 4 more to go, and I think, Allie, she has a question for you right out of the gate.
Yeah, Allie, tell us about the mission of your organization.
Yeah, so our mission is to create hope, celebrate ability, and ride above challenges.
Awesome. And we'd also love to hear more about volunteering, because we know that you're very centered around that at your organization.
Yeah, absolutely. With our volunteer program, no experience is needed, so we can train anyone, even if you have horse experience or not. And there's so many opportunities for different volunteer options. We have people help with the horses, we have people help with the students and the lessons, and then we also have volunteers helping with admin, fundraising, grant writing. So there's so many opportunities to get involved.
Right, exactly. So, Lisa, you are one of these volunteers. And what area do you specialize in, or all of the above?
So I started out as a sidewalker, where you stand alongside the horse and you help keep the student on the horse. And then I graduated to leading the horse in the lesson. And then
Is that called the lead walker? I'm just teasing. It's not. Okay, very good.
You could call it whatever you want.
Sure, it's our show. We can make up stuff. That's right, exactly.
Now I'm doing instructor in training. So I'm actually shadowing and teaching some lessons there.
Very good. So when you teach a lesson, what does that look like? Talk about it.
So we start out getting our student on the horse,
Right.
which can be a challenge sometimes,
Right.
depending on the student.
Right.
We make sure that they're safe on the horse and their helmet fits right. And then we start off usually in our little arena with some warm-ups for the horse and for the student. And then we go into the lesson, and it depends on the goal of the student what we do.
Right, exactly. So have you always been around horses?
I grew up taking horseback riding lessons, and as one of those little girls that loves horses and has to be around horses all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So Michael, let me ask you this.
Okay.
You mentioned a bunch of horses. Are you on the horse how many times during the week?
Well, a lot of times, one time.
One time during the week. Okay, for how long? Are you on for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And then what do you like most about riding horses?
Well, Cowboy's my favorite.
Right.
He likes going to the trail and going to the arena. And let's see. The horses I ride, the skills and games I've learned on mountain activities, grooming, removing the saddle.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff you got to learn how to do, correct?
Now, as a student like me, I participated in the annual turkey trot, and I always did a ribbon. Also, I am proud of RAD because it makes me feel a sense of accomplishment, especially when I overcome my fears. The people at RAD are very kind, patient, and security. They make me feel like a champion. My biggest challenges as a student rider are riding on new horses. So horses that I'm not familiar with, stubborn horses, and horses who stumble, sneeze, or do other unpredictable things that startle me. I am an accomplished classical pianist and choir vocalist.
Really?
I have perfect pitch and a near perfect memory for facts and details about a vast array of topics. I love languages and can speak with an authentic accent, including Italian and Dutch. I love 2 dogs, 2 cats, twin sisters, mom and dad. And I like enjoying bowling, dance class, and to play pickleball.
That is very comprehensive. Give yourself a round of applause. That's exactly right. Are you kidding me? I don't know if we need to know any more about Mike. We need to know a lot about Michael over here. We're chatting with Michael Dendel. He is a student rider at the Right Above Disability, joined by his friends and colleagues, Lisa Jacobsen, a volunteer and an instructor in training, and Allie Sarnataro. She is the co-founder and executive director of the organization. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast. We're now in our 17th year, and we're in these beautiful Mission Fed studios here in Scripps Ranch. And Mission Fed's been doing great things for more than 60 years, joined by my wonderful guest co-host, Aisha Walia. She is an incoming junior at Northeastern University. What other questions do you have, Aisha?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Allie, tell us more about your organization's community outreach efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. We do. We try and do a lot for the community. We have a monthly farmers market that we go to and have a booth at, so we can share with the community who we are. We do a yearly open house where we invite the community out to the ranch and they can learn about the horses. And this year we're actually going to be adding student demo rides to the open house so they can watch the students ride and learn more about what they do. We also do a lot of presentations and going around and speaking to different clubs and organizations and sharing with the community pretty much who we are and how you can help and what we're doing out there with therapeutic riding.
Right. I think we were asking this before, Allie, and you can jump on this too, Lisa, if you'd like. Is there a waiting list for folks to get on the horses? And is it a resource issue that, like everything in this world, there's usually resource issues? Talk about that.
Yeah, currently we have over 75 riders per week with us, and we have a wait list of over 45 riders waiting to join the program.
Wow.
So it's about a year wait to get in, and we've been trying to expand our resources, so we're working on potentially building another arena, looking for a second site, hiring more instructors, right? Gaining more volunteers, pretty much building the infrastructure to help bring in new students.
Right, exactly. So, Lisa, we mentioned a whole bunch of duties that you have. Is fundraising one of them that we mentioned?
Yes, so being part of the board, we do work towards fundraising. It's really important to keep our program going.
Right. So the fundraising, does it come from individuals? Does it come from grants? Does it come from corporations? Does it come from, government entities? All of the above?
Definitely all of the above. We appreciate any type of donation, small and large, to help us keep going.
Right. And so, to get to those 45 folks that are on the waiting list, okay, if you could wave the magic wand and you were the person that won the $1.5 billion in the lotto recently, and I don't think you are, Allie. If you were, then you'd be seeing Drew Schlosberg a lot more on this aspect of it. But how much, in all seriousness, to get to that level, is there a number in mind that you would need to raise to get to that?
One of our goals is to eventually get our own land and our own property. So we have, a home site that we can call our own. As far as budget or, cost for that, I'm not exactly sure.
Right.
But probably, in the millions at this point.
Well, gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. So that is our kind of long-term goal and hope for the, future home of the program.
Right. So when students like Michael go through the program, are they there for years, months? How does that work?
Yeah, usually years. I mean, Michael has been with us since the beginning. I would say probably 2014, 2015, right when we opened. And he's been riding with us ever since. Usually students who join the program stay for the long term, which is why there is such a wait list, because people really don't leave. So we have to come up with kind of creative ways to bring in more students.
Right, exactly. When we come back from break, we're going to chat more with our friends from the Right Above Disability Therapeutic Writing Center, chatting with Allie Sarnataro. She is the co-founder and executive director, joined by her colleague, Lisa Jacobsen, a volunteer instructor in training and on the board as secretary. And the VIP of our show here, Michael Dendel, he is a student writer. We're going to talk more about Michael, and he's talked about some of his favorite horses and maybe what advice he has for folks like him and his colleagues, that why this is a great program to get involved in. And then we might even ask Michael to share the mic with his mom and get his mom's feeling on how cool this is. When we come right back from break, you've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 17th year, broadcasting from the Mission Fed studios in Scripps Ranch in Mission Fed. Been doing great things for our community for more than 60 years. We will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg, and you're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, broadcast here at the Mission Fed Studios in Scripps Ranch, joined by my guest co-host, Isha Walia. She will be an incoming junior at Northeastern University and been doing a curiosity ship with us at Cloudcast. No internships, they're curiosity ships. She's been doing a great job co-hosting, joined by Allie and Lisa and Michael. Michael is a student writer with Right Above Disability. So, Michael, maybe we can move the mic over to your mom, and then we can ask her a question. How you doing there, Felicia?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you.
So do you get a chance to ride with your son?
No, I do not. I sit and watch him.
You sit and watch him. Okay. So are you anywhere near the horse at all, or you just watch him go out into the, in the wilderness, so to speak?
Well, I sit back and let him have his independence with the program people, and I watch from a distance.
Right.
I can go up and say hi to the horse if I want to, but I try to let him have some independence with that.
Right, exactly. Do you like horses?
I do. I think they're beautiful.
They are beautiful, and you can just look in their faces, and they really give a lot of great vibe out on this aspect of it. Talk about what this has meant for you and your family, having Michael participate in RAD.
Sure. The program offers the students the opportunity, especially Michael, to feel a sense of accomplishment, and he overcomes a lot of fears and anxieties, which gives him sort of a high afterwards. And he looks forward to it all week. He does talk about going to RAD on Saturday mornings. And for the parents, I would say it offers us a sense of calm too. When he gets upset, it kind of triggers my anxiety again. But when he's having a good day at RAD, I just feel this calm come over me. And just being around the horses and all the people there, it's a good feeling.
I mean, it's a great thing to look at, go once a week and all that business. But in between, when he comes back, do you guys talk about the horses? Do you talk about the experiences? Do you talk about what he's going to be doing the following week?
A little bit. He does talk a lot about the horses. Mm-hmm. He talks about some of the things he's going to accomplish on the upcoming Saturday lesson. And when he's done, he does talk about how brave he was riding the horse and how he didn't get upset when the horse stumbled or didn't obey a command. But that's a good thing. It gives him a sense of control when the horses obey him and follow his directions.
Yeah, that's not easy to do. So, Michael, let me ask you this. Your mom's going to move over the mic right to you on this. Is it easy to control the horses, Michael?
Yes.
It is, okay. And that's because you have great instructors like Lisa and, of course, Allie to help you out, right?
Yeah.
Were you afraid when you first got on a horse?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But you're very, very calm now and cool, and it's easy to do this, right?
Cool, calm, and collected, of course.
Beautiful.
Throughout RAD.
That, you know what? You should be a spokesperson for RAD. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. We'll ask Lisa and Allie about that. You already are a spokesperson. What am I talking about? Isha, other questions you may have for Michael?
Yeah, Michael, when did you start and how has it been so far? Have you had like a proud moment or favorite experience?
RAD is fun. Even though I rode on Cowboy a few times, he got stumbled and...
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
As I was saying, even though I got stumbled on Cowboy, but Cowboy loves me. He likes going to the trail. He likes trotting. He likes playing lots of Cowboy games. And I like getting off the Cowboy way and getting on the Cowboy way of Cowboy from RAD. Cowboy's my favorite horse.
So let me ask you this. Have you met a lot of people, a lot of friends, new friends at RAD?
Well, Miss Becca's from RAD. And I liked other horses such as Jesse, McKenna, Saint, Sven, a Norwegian horse, and Dixie, Saint, Alice, and Teddy, and Angel, and Hannah, and let's see.
So the horses are your friends,
Mo,
too.
Especially the Geronimo, I think, and Clarky and Liberty from RAD. They're my favorite horses.
No, that's terrific. Lisa, let me ask you this. So when you're working with folks like Michael and the other students, do they interact themselves quite a bit?
Yeah, we have group lessons where the students get to be in a lesson with other students, and so they get to interact.
So explain how that works. How does that work exactly?
So because we have that long waiting list, instead of having the one-on-one lessons, we decided we would incorporate group lessons so that we could add more students to the program.
Right, exactly. And, Allie, so when they're doing the group lessons and all this, some people have been there from the beginning of RAD and they're still there doing it and they can stay as long as they want?
Yeah, correct. We don't have any real age requirements that would phase you out of the program. We have bigger horses, so for adults or larger adults, anyone can ride with us. We have ponies, so we can accept smaller riders as well. So there's really, no disqualifying reason that the student can't ride with us for as long as they want.
I was glad to see this, Lisa, in your questionnaire. Allie and I have chatted about this last time, and in fact, we talk about this all the time. We work with groups like yours. We had St. Madeleine's, the Sophie Center, on recently, Deborah Emerson, who's wonderful, and so forth. Do you think there's becoming more of an acceptance to society of folks like Michael? Please tell me we're moving in the right direction that way.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's become very mainstream.
As it should be.
Yes. And so I think by getting all the volunteers out to our program, I think it helps them understand all different types of people. Some disabilities are visual and you can see them and some aren't. And so we have to be accepting of all people when we're out interacting with one another.
Well, that's education, and that's just letting people know that we're a big, fun, wide, diverse, inclusive universe. At least we need to be in that aspect of it. Isha, let me ask you this: during your studies back in Northeastern, do you work with special populations at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I do, and I think it's it's nice to see that it's becoming more mainstream now. I feel like I've noticed it even in like higher education as well.
Yeah, I think so, and I think good opportunity for the students that are in college like Isha to get engaged in this aspect. Allie, do you work with a lot of the students, college students in San Diego County?
Yeah, we do actually. We have a couple internships and partnerships with SDSU, Cal State San Marcos, UCSD, and as well as a couple high schools around the county as well. And they all have to complete a certain number of hours to graduate or as part of their internship. So we welcome them all out, and it's a great learning experience too.
Yeah, and I think as part of that, we're talking to Lisa about, getting people to understand, there's a lot that folks like Michael is already doing, contributing to society in that aspect, and being a role model is just as important as others. We're going to have Gary Weitzman on our show later today. Gary is the CEO of the San Diego Humane Society, and he talks incessantly about the animal and human bond, which of course is exactly what you folks are doing on this. So Lisa, let me ask you this: as an instructor, okay, and now in training and so forth on this, what has been some of the most amazing things you have learned since you've been involved with? Boy, I didn't realize this goes into what we do at RAD. Anything just jump out at you?
So there's a lot of lesson planning involved. Okay. So a lot of planning ahead of the lesson, and then being flexible. So you never know what the horse or the student are going to do. So you have to be able to shift and adjust to what the needs are of both.
Right, exactly. And, Allie, and we'll switch over to Michael on this. How long does it take a student, I guess it depends on the individual, to get comfortable with the horse?
Yeah, it really depends. I mean, some students we've had, they come their first day and they get on the horse same day, which is great. But some students might be a little more nervous, which is also fine. Sure. So we'll work with the horse and the student on the ground, maybe incorporate learning to brush, feed the horse, being next to them just to start off, and then eventually working our way up to getting on. And sometimes that could take about 3 months or so. But we have different programs for every level and everyone to join.
Right. Isha, are you a horse person?
I am. I love horses.
Really?
I mean, when I was in Girl Scouts, we used to go to Rawhide Ranch, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was really fun.
All right. So here I am creating more work for people. That's my job here as the host of the Spotlight on the Community Show. Have you been up to RAD at all?
No, I have not.
Are you going to go to RAD while you're still here?
I'd love to.
All right, there you go. So maybe you can sit there and you can shadow Lisa, and she can see what you're doing. I think it's great. It's a great perspective on what is going on, and the more people that are aware of it, obviously,
definitely
the better in this area. Michael, you had mentioned a whole bunch of horses. All the ones you mentioned, have you been on those horses?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of horses. And Cowboy's your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a second favorite?
Well, Tixie and Sven, my Norwegian horse, and
I love Sven. That's a great name for a horse. Yeah.
And Alice, and
so Michael, let me ask you this: what makes them favorite? Why do you like them so much?
Well, they make them trot.
Okay.
And also, gotta take the saddle, get on the horse, and start to walk on the horse, start to trot, play a lot of games here at RAD, and getting off the cowboy way and taking the saddle into the shed, and take this to groom the horse.
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you enjoy doing it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Do you get to feed the horse?
I like feeding the horse, so horses are just hungry.
Yeah, well, so I'm hungry too. Okay, yeah. But so what do you feed the horse?
Well,
carrots.
Carrots, yeah. Also, carrots are for bunnies too, and
yeah.
Also,
very important.
I like Cowboy better because he loves me. He likes playing a lot of games, going out to the trail, and Cowboy loves me.
Do you think he misses you when you're not there?
No.
Oh, I bet he does. Don't you think Lisa, what do you think? Don't you think Cowboy misses Michael?
I'm sure Cowboy misses Michael.
Yeah, I guarantee he misses you. Next time when you see Cowboy, okay, you ask him and say,
all right,
don't you miss me? And we'll see how he reacts, all right? Okay, very, very good on that. Isha, other questions you may have for the folks here?
Yeah, I'd love to hear more. Tell me about a story that, shows how proud you are of your organization or just something big that's happened.
There's almost too many stories to tell you, but if you come out, the feeling that you get at RAD is incredible. Nothing else on the planet can give you that feeling of giving back to the community, seeing a student grow and get confident, and then being around our horses is a special feeling.
No, that's great. You should know you got one final question for Allie.
I do. What can our listeners do to support you?
Yeah, absolutely. They can help in so many ways by, just reaching out to us, learning more, donating, volunteering, helping to share and spread the word on their social media. And we're on Facebook and Instagram. So any likes or comments and just helping to spread the word about RAD would be a huge help.
Right. Yeah. Of course, donations would be accepted, correct?
Yeah, donations are accepted as well. That would be wonderful. We accept all kinds of donations from monetary to horse equipment, tack, Amazon Smile, things like that.
Is that on the website? So if someone goes to the website and say, we need the following, bits, saddles, God knows what it is. Okay.
Yeah, everything's right on our website. We have our whole list of current wishes and what we're in need of.
Okay, good. Lisa, do you have any final comments for our audience?
Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure.
We would love to get more people out. So if you want to come visit us anytime, we love to give tours of our facilities. You can observe lessons, and then maybe you want to volunteer with us sometime.
And David, Drew, as I'll say, Drew, we love Mission Fed.
Oh, you're
and
wonderful.
Thank you for being here with us.
You know what? You are great. I'm going to have you maybe come back more and do co-hosting with me. Would you like to do that? Okay, there you go. We just can't bring Cowboy into the studio. That's the only thing. Is that all right? Yeah, okay. That sounds good. Why don't you move the mic over to your mom, and we'll make her let's see if she can make some final comments to our audience, Felicia. What do you think?
Well, I want to say that RAD is RAD, and Allie has been a wonderful person in our lives, and we've known her way more than we've been at RAD, but it's a great program, and I encourage everyone to check into it.
No, I think it's great, and Allie, we really appreciate you and Lisa, you coming in here, and Michael, you were a star. Thank you so much for coming in on here, and we love having your student writers on. So it's an open invitation. I think it's important for people to see. Here's why we're doing this, and here's what it does for these wonderful folks and the families, of course, and then the people like Lisa who are just absolutely just laser beamed on this, and I think what you're doing is phenomenal. If I were to wave the magic wand, Allie, we would get those 45 folks out of that waiting list and right in the program now.
Yes, that would be ideal.
Why don't you shout out the website one more time?
Our website is radtrc.org.
That's great. You've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, chatting with our good friends from Right Above Disability Therapeutic Writing Center. The show is now in its 17th year. We're the longest running community spotlight and podcast in the nation. Thank you so much, Isha. Another great job as a co-host.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed it. And I want to thank our friends at Mission Fed Credit Union for sponsoring this. Hope you enjoyed the show.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.